Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard.
Mata into a trap pass. What about that? Ivanovic!
In the middle, it's just behind him. But it's in by Hakim. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the Neto.
Palmer, João Pedro, it's three, and Chelsea are running away with the FIFA Club World Cup final.
Hat-trick hero, Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode, you asked, we listened. That's a brand new intro you just heard in your ears. No more Arsenal goal scorer in the Champions League final. Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod, and I am your host Mike, and I'm joined in this virtual room roaring with lions. Of course, it is the Mikey and Chris Monday show featuring Bergv on a Sunday. And I want to know, what were your moments of the current weekend still happening?
Well, that introduction weren't the whole lot of my weekend, to be honest with you. I'll be honest, but to be fair, it's been a bit of a quiet one, really.
That's an Ollie. That's an Ollie line.
Yeah, well, Ollie's not here.
No,
and as a guest on the podcast, I thought, I pay tribute to him by doing nothing all weekend.
Fair play to you. I've got respect for that. What about you, Chris? What were your highlights, moments?
I've had a non-football weekend, so I actually switched off from football for a little bit yesterday afternoon. I went for a walk with my son.
Oh,
I was just taking him over the woods because by the supermarket by us, there's like some woods with like a pond and that in it.
I know it well.
Last time we walked to the supermarket, he said that he wanted to have a look in there, so I said, I'll take you back on Saturday. So we went, and then we was out for an hour and 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a long walk in the end.
I know the exact location you're on about. It's near, no one's going to find it. It's near the underpass, isn't it? And yeah, I've looked at it and gone, I could go in there one day. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to go back to work. I'm like, yeah.
If you follow the path and you just follow it all the way through, it takes you miles away.
Oh dear. For me, I just said before the show kicked off, I just said to the guys that for me, they were like, FA Cup weekend, obviously we played Friday, so that's why we're recording today. And I've watched Chelsea v Hull. I watched Chelsea women against Liverpool. Other than that, though, I said, sports dead. Sports dead. Super Bowl's finished. NFL's over. It's just like, what is this kicking a ball? I was like, oh. I did find two things, though, that was football related. Today, there was a game between Cremonese and Genoa. And Alex Amorim made his debut in the Serie A, and the editing team did an AI gaff here because they displayed Ruben Amorim wearing a Genoa jersey in the graphics.
Oh,
it's that's lazy. They've just typed in, can you put Amorim in it? Oh,
yeah, and that's so bad.
It's so embarrassing. And to be honest, my second highlight is going from Italy to Brazil because one of my favourite players of all time showed absolute no sign of slowing down at 39, who hit a beauty of a free kick against Itabarito. It was the one and only Hulk. Everyone should see. I'll retweet it on Twitter because it is beautiful. I still want him at Chelsea. He turns 40 in July, so if we sign him, he would massively bring up our average age of our squad.
And is anyone else surprised that Hulk is only 39?
Yeah, he's been around for ages, hasn't he?
A long time.
Feels like he should be nearly 50.
Yeah, he's just
he should be near your age, Chris. To be fair,
yeah, that's right.
Hulk is he's just amazing. What an Avenger! What an Avenger! Oh, Shevva shoutouts! Oh my word, we had a lot of Shevva shoutouts in regards to the intro. Which, if you skipped today, my word, listeners, you've done a Liam Delap against Hull. You were so close to greatness and then you fumbled it. But it's okay. It's okay. Look, you can rewind and we're going to give you another shot. You can do that. So those listeners who didn't, though, they listened to it. They got a taste of a brand new intro. The Arsenal goal scorer in the Champions League final is gone. replaced by Drogba, and I even put in the João Pedro Club World Cup final goal in there too. So we did try to include a new clip each season, and I realised that we had not put any in from last season. That intro is going to keep getting longer every season. Every season there's something. Yeah. So everyone can be happy now. Everyone's happy, probably. I don't know. Yeah.
Doubt it.
No.
Yeah, no one's going to be happy.
No. Everyone's miserable. Dog's not. Dog gone straight in. Mikey, I actually meant who is the current quarterback for the Commanders. But to answer your question, it has to be Kirk Cousins. Now, I think that is an absolute cracker because I have nothing but respect, just purely for this moment when it comes to Kirk Cousins. We all need that passion in life. Just yeah, we like that. We like that. We do. And what I like is Stian, who's come in with a great podcast. Irish expat living in Norway, starved for English energy and humour. Great listen and great insight without too much focus on the negative. So clearly they do not listen regularly.
That a new
Wow.
New listener.
for sure.
Now we love you really, but they did comment in the comments about you particular Chris, how you were really positive, and then except for 10 minutes, and I thought, oh, that's harsh. That's a bit harsh. That I was like, Chris was very positive in the last one. I'm sorry, he was. But thank you for your reviews, your comments, and your support on the intro. We do listen. And we do appreciate all of you. And if you want yours potentially read on the next show, head over to Spotify, drop a comment, and you never know, you might be on here next episode. So with that, we are going to hit some very short weekend news. On the charcuterie board of news, there is just one. I'm not going Mark Cucurella yet because we don't have a reliable source on his hamstring. And when it's the Sun of Spain reporting it, I'm just like, need something more quality than. No offense, just don't want to risk that. What I do want to bring up though, David Ornstein. Now we can trust him. We can trust him because he dropped that Spurs rebuffed inquiries from Chelsea for Lucas Bergvall in January. Apparently, we made contact situation while looking to strengthen our midfield. Obviously, he has a reduced role, but Spurs said, nope, we aren't selling that young Swede. I have an opinion on this. Of course I do. He's a Scandinavian. What do you make of that, though?
I mean, I don't like it, to be honest with you. I mean, I think Bergvall's a bit overrated at this point. Because he is good. Like he's okay, but I don't think he's a world beater by any means. And I don't think we really need him, to be honest with you.
Not many people at 20 are world beaters. Esteval will be.
Well, I don't know. It's just proper sort of signing, isn't it? Really, doesn't get you off your feet, does it?
Okay, Chris.
I like Bergvall, and I do think his ceiling's quite high. He's had a few injuries at Spurs though, which would be a concern, which is probably why we wanted him. To be fair, we probably do need midfield cover because our midfield cover are always injured, which isn't ideal. Like you look at the game on Friday, for example, Caicedo and Santos had to start because we didn't have anyone else. So
Yeah.
it's nice that we have noticed that there is a hole there because Asugo was injured, then came back for a game on the bench and then hasn't been seen again, which I think is weird. And Lavia, as we know, doesn't play football. So I like the fact that we're trying to plug gaps in there, but I think he would have been very expensive and not worth that much money.
Yeah, that's. I have seen him in person against Wolves last season. I really liked what I saw from his short cameo, and there's a lot of talent. There is a lot of talent there, and like I said, he is Scandinavian. I already think he's one of the best in the world, and genuinely, I think as a backup for like Enzo Fernandez, I think he could be all right. We never know what the future is with Lavia. We really don't, and he's got all the talent. The question is, though, could we actually, if we genuinely are interested, could we get a deal done with Spurs for a player who isn't on the tail end of their career? Because that's the challenge. We haven't signed a player direct from Spurs. You could say Willian. We did do that. Other than Willian, though, a genuine player was Neil Sullivan. Back end of his career, goalkeeper.
The only thing I would say about Bergvall as well, though, is Spurs fans at the minute do not like him because they've just sacked their manager. They've replaced him with someone who has notoriously been sacked more times than anyone in the world. They're in a relegation battle, and he was doing hair tutorials on TikTok.
Yeah, that is true. That is.
I didn't see this.
Oh, Mike, you'd like it.
This is gold. I need to see this.
Spurs.
What the
It's
fuck?
proper Spurs.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, look. You mentioned about the injury. He's currently out. He's out long term, so I don't know how he would have even passed any medical.
My God, see what I mean?
He has a high ankle sprain, which he picked up against Dortmund on January 20th, and he's had to have surgery to fix it. So I assume we made a move before that. That would make the most sense, obviously.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
I would like to add that recovery from a high ankle sprain is pretty good. It is. However, this is the caveat. You are more prone to re-injury on that ankle. I want to put that out there. It's what I know. You can also research this. This is actual medical truth. This is not made it up. So you got to look at that, haven't you? Because you don't want an injury-prone player again. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to keep re-injuring ankle. It's just you've got an increased likelihood.
We can't take the risk anymore, though.
It's the problem. Isn't
everyone
it?
everyone who comes to us gets injured anyway, let alone people who are prone to it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't want to keep repeating the same mistake because that's a conscious decision going, we're going to keep signing injury-prone players.
Yeah.
Or players that are already suffered a serious injury, but we can fix them. We can fix them this time. Yeah. Have we fixed anybody who had an injury plagued career? Reece James, but he was academy, so we didn't bring them in. And yeah. Oh well. Right, well, that's it. Not much on the news. We do head to Kingsmeadow Corner, though, because today Chelsea women took on Liverpool in the WSL.
Against Nagano. It's James! Oh, look at that! Superb from Lauren James!
Chelsea women 2, Liverpool 0. A very nice 2-0 win over, to be honest, a very shit team, being realistic. Chris, I do have some winners and losers in a sense. What did you make of that game?
Good result. Professional performance, you'd probably say. I don't think we pulled up any trees, and it wasn't a great watch again, to be honest. Couple of moments of quality from Lauren James really won us the game. Liverpool didn't really offer much going the other way in terms of looking likely to get back in the game after going a goal down. So it was just one of those sort of get the job done and get the points and get out of there. I still don't think our performance was anywhere near the level that we need it to be, though.
I love how you said professional performance, because that's usually the way of saying, you know what, we won. I didn't enjoy it, but we won. Yeah. Lauren James was great. You know, when we needed a bit of inspiration, and she did deliver, because, you know, she moved out onto the left after Sonia tweaked it a bit, and she whipped in the assist and then follows it up with an absolute stunner of a goal. That was amazing. You know, the way she just drifts in, sets it back. She didn't even look. I looked on the replay. She didn't actually look at the where she was shooting, just naturally, like the Pedro goals that I've mentioned. You know, they just trust themselves. And hey, thank you. You know, this was probably her most influential performance of the season. It's what we expect her to do. And again, if without her, we don't win this game, which fair play. We've given her some stick this season. She turned up, and, you know, Nushkin as well. Right place, right time. Great finish. That's her first goal as well first WS goal since December. And it just showed, she just showed just how her talent is. And another talented individual, Hannah Hampton, you know, she had to be alert early on because Liverpool did start bright. They did score, but it was ruled out for handball. And she just dealt with what came her way, you know. She always produces a calm performance behind that back line. And it just helps. It's a professional performance again. It just helps. And yeah, it was also nice to see Lucy Bronze. She was back from injury. Weren't spectacular, but it doesn't matter. You know, she's very experienced pro, and a big leader in the team. So it was just nice to see that. But Berth, what did you make of that game?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I only watched the highlights of it, but it looked a pretty professional performance. like Chris said, is a few moments of magic from Lauren James, which is something we know she can do and needs to do it more often. I think the main thing is you just get the 3 points. Didn't really need to be spectacular. Just get that confidence back, which we did. Good to see Lucy Bronze back as well. But yeah, it's step in the right direction. It's a solid performance. I wouldn't say it's spectacular, but a solid performance.
I think that's the thing, given the week that they've had and the noise and the table, what it looks like. There's a lot of pressure, and it was just simply you had to win. So it's the instant. I mean, we're expected to win anyway, because Chelsea women have that as a standard. Even more so, though. And there was no drama once we went 2 up. So we closed it out. It's again, that's going to be the theme of the game, professional performance. Weren't the best start, though, the flat, lethargic reactiveness with us. Liverpool looked sharper. They looked like they wanted it. And imagine if that goal had stood. I mean, it's still a handball. It's never going to stand. But you just think, could it have switched? Because Liverpool, they are second from bottom, and if it wasn't for Leicester just being absolutely dreadful, Liverpool would be bottom. And they let us off. Liverpool let us off because they just didn't capitalise again. They had the chances and they didn't. And their quality just took over. I will also bring up, it was a bit of a shame not to see Sam Kerr start. Chris, you mentioned it in the group chat, and she did get into good areas. She just didn't have her touch there. And I do expect ruthlessness from her, and it just didn't click. And I kind of worry for our Australian listeners, because we've got the Asia Cup coming up. Australia are going to have Sam Kerr and Ellie Carpenter there. I wouldn't say either of them are in the form that they were in different parts of the season.
No, they're not. But to be fair, I think Sam Kerr, from Sam Kerr's point of view, she just needs a run of games. Like, she's come back from this long-term injury and she hasn't had a run of games. I can understand when she first got back, protecting her a little and introducing her slowly, but she's been back a while now. She should be able to start a couple of games in a row now, and she's just not being given that opportunity. Like I said in the group chat earlier, I think if you're going into a game and you've got Sam Kerr fit and you're sitting there on the bench to play Lauren James up front, I just think it's a very, very strong sign that Kerr's not signing that new deal and we're already planning for life without her.
Can you tell me the last time she played 90? How many times even? The last time, giving it away. The only time that she completed 90 minutes for us this season.
No. If I had to take a guess, I'd say one of the cup games.
It was the St. Polton one where we won 6-0 and she scored twice. Yeah. So, yeah, it's other than that, she's maximising. He's getting 70 minutes at best. And she's too talented for that.
You're not going to get her back in form doing that. And,
no.
You're not going to get her back in form starting a game, then sitting on the bench for 2 games, then starting another game, and then sitting on the bench again. Yeah, either she's the first choice striker or she isn't. Like, those are the choices.
Correct.
And let's face it, Sam Kerr is the first choice striker, or she should be. For when she's here and fit, she should start.
Yeah, and the bigger picture is, look, we won. It's lovely. It doesn't silence the boardroom's uncertainty. It doesn't silence the stories about players being unhappy, and it doesn't silence the pressure in this Champions League race. Until rivals drop points, we're still looking over our shoulder. We're still nervous if we can even get to the Champions League. And it's like, you're right, that those stories of unrest and veteran players not being happy. Sam Kerr is 32. She turns 33 when the next season begins. Considering who's now in charge of the women's team upstairs, we know what they like and we know what they don't like. I think I think Sam Kerr Millie Bright, Lucy Bronze now, for me, won't be at the club next season.
I agree.
I think that is the 3 straight away. I mean, Kat Mack is pretty much probably heading to San Diego, which, fair play. Got no issues.
I think that's her choice as well as the club's, though.
Yes.
I think she had a hand in that, rather than the club pushing her out in a way.
And she's only 26. She's hardly, she's doesn't, her birthday's
That's old
October.
for Chelsea, mate.
Yeah.
Old for Chelsea.
It's unfortunate. But we'll see. The next game, I believe, is the FA Cup, Manchester United, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah, so that's a big game.
Big game. Big game next Sunday.
It is a big game.
Huge. Round of 16. It's the toughest game. It's the highlight of the weekend. We shall see how that plays. So from one winners and losers, we head to the second one because we welcomed. No, we didn't. We didn't welcome. We headed up. We headed up north because we took on Hull City.
Neto won a hat-trick. Into Delap, well held up. Neto gets the hat-trick. 0-0 Chelsea 4.
Oh my word, Hull 0, Chelsea 4, as Jonathan Pearce just told you all. It was the game, everything about it screams Chris. Two of his favourite players involved in everything. Winners and losers, who have you got? How many have you got?
I've got 3 and 3.
Same.
Here we go.
I've got 4 and 2.
He's put himself down as a loser.
I'll be honest with you, I struggled to find losers.
Yeah, I did, to be fair.
Same. Everyone, well, yeah, I did. Yeah,
Not everyone, but
no.
almost everyone played well.
Look. We'll go straight for the first one. Pedro Neto, come on.
He's on mine.
Yeah, he's on mine as well.
Look, he operated in that little pocket just behind Liam Delap. Call it a 10, call it whatever you want, second striker. It worked, you know. Both of his open play goals come from him living in that little pocket. His movement, his awareness, and where the little knockdowns from the Delap would land. He had a chemistry there. And it felt a little throwback. It felt a little throwback to the old partnership we used to love. And I'm not saying it. I'm not saying they're touching the levels of the two names I'm about to say, Eden Hazard and Olivier Giroud. Relax.
Yeah, I
relax.
thought that.
Definitely not.
The third goal.
Yeah, let's all just relax a minute. You can clip that and say I have compared Delap to Giroud and Pedro Neto to Hazard. But the idea of that little big striker bringing others into play while a runner feeds off him, we've seen that movie before and we loved it. It produced trophies. And Neto finished everything with conviction. And that showed his Premier League quality versus what is, at the moment, Championship opposition. Why was he your winner?
He was my winner. I just thought he was, obviously he got a hat-trick. Thought he was dangerous, thought he was lively. I think it's also a good option having that number 10 role now as well. I mean, I don't think any of us before the game would have thought Neto was a 10. But fair play to Rossini, he's put him there. And if, for instance, Palmer's injured or Esteval can't play or whatever, it's a good option to have. I think sometimes with Neto, when he's out on that right-hand side or left-hand side, I wouldn't say he's wasted, but he's ineffective. And he was effective against Hull. Now, he is only Hull. They're a good side, though. Very good side, potentially going to go up. So yeah, you can't knock him too much, but he was in the game. And that's what we want from Neto. He's quick. He can shoot with both feet. And obviously, you know, he's good enough to get a hat-trick. And it just proved that it worked. And I thought, he probably the best player on the pitch on Friday. So fair play to him.
I loved it. Was the cherry on top of this gorgeous Hull cake that was the Olympico, straight from the corner. It was a gorgeous goal.
It was a terrible corner, can I just say?
It was.
It's very much crowd that box like we do with Arsenal, like the Arsenal.
We do that a lot, though. I think our Arsenal sort of whip it sort of in more towards the middle of the goal, sort of towards about. We go for these near posts. Corners, and it does work. Normally, it look for the flick on. Obviously, we can't beat a first man normally, but you know, I don't mind it.
I've got to say, fair play to Liam Delap as well for not trying to pull a Harry Kane and claim it brushed off one of his hair follicles on the way in. He didn't even try and celebrate it.
I thought it was Hato at first.
It was hard. Well, it was hard to say because it was like, did it hit anyone? Well, it didn't, and it was a first club career hat trick for Neto too. That's massive. You know, anytime you score a hat trick, I think is massive. Chris, a winner for you, and you're one of his. You know, you're a strong critic of his.
Yeah, but you can't overlook someone who did essentially win us the game.
Yeah,
you know, I would say from kickoff up to his first goal, he was shit.
We were, though, to be fair.
He didn't do anything up until that first goal. The first goal, though, is lovely. Like, to see... I do agree with what Bergv said. I think he might be better in there where he's got less thinking time. he seems like one of those footballers who the worst thing you
Yeah.
can give him is time.
Mm.
Because when he gets out wide and he's facing up a fullback, he has all these decisions to make and he generally gets them wrong.
Mm.
In that 10 position, you don't really have time to think. You're playing a lot more off instinct, quick touches here and there, and I think he did look better doing that. First goal was really good. His hat-trick goal was excellent. The fact that he held onto the ball, then he noticed where Delap was, and he played the purposeful wall pass with him, and then a good finish as well, to be fair. So it is only Hull, and
Yes.
to know whether it works or not, you'd have to see it in a Premier League game. But it's another option to have a look at in a Premier League game for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look, he gets stick from supporters, and I do understand why. One good night in Hull doesn't wipe your slate clean, but he showed quality. He showed his intelligence and he showed his class, and I'm really happy for him. It's your first senior club hat trick, and now you just got to take it into the league. Show us why we're wrong. Believe in yourself.
He's got to stop doing that fingers in the ear celebration, though.
To be fair,
you can't have a go at people for having a go at you, mate. You've been shit for fucking 14 games.
But he runs a lot,
that's
Chris.
his celebration, though, isn't it? That's his celebration.
It is. It is. I can't be the celebration police here. I think that'd be a bit too unfair of me. I can't.
Looks very arrogant, though, doesn't it?
Look, Chris, I'll let you take the stage. Who's your second winner?
Mamadou Sarr.
He's on
He
mine.
was on mine. Yeah, he was on mine.
Didn't really get tested going the other way, and that'll be the real test, obviously. But I thought the couple of times he was asked to defend, he defended well. On the ball, though, I thought he was excellent. But his passing was superb. Pass selection was really good. The ball for the Esteval chance is unbelievable, by the way. For a centre half to hit that pass, perfectly measured over the head of the defender, right onto Esteval's foot. Is something we don't really see from our centre backs. Like Fofana's quite good at driving out with the ball, dribbling. Chalobah's okay on the ball, but not fantastic. Even Colwell, I don't think, has got that pass in him. So it was nice to see that could be an option, especially with the amount of pace we have up front. To have a centre half who can hit that sort of pass would unlock a new way for us to attack. But yeah, just thought really good. Looked everything that we thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
And again, he's another one where I'd like to see him now in the Premier League and tested properly. But if he's anywhere near the levels that he looked on Friday in the Premier League, I think it's vindication that we didn't go for old jacket potato and brought him back instead.
Fair play. Berth, a winner for you. Why?
Yeah, I just thought he looked very composed on the ball. I thought his passing was brilliant. Like Chris said, the pass for the Esteval chance was super. I mean, it's a Van Dijk pass almost. Again, he wasn't tested, but I think when he was, looked solid enough. He's quick, he's strong. I'd like to see him start in the Prem. Trev's played a lot of games, so maybe rest him or maybe rest Fofana, whatever. But yeah, he looks solid, and I'm glad they've brought him back off loan. Obviously, Rossignol has worked with him at Strasbourg, so he knows him, got that connection, and yeah, he was just almost like the Chelsea women's team. It is a solid performance, not spectacular, but a solid debut, and you kind of have to give him his credit. Like he did really well and kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, I mean, it's his Chelsea debut. He's 20 years old, and he is immediately.
The thing is, and that's the thing, he didn't look like it was his debut or he was 20 years old. So,
agreed.
Well, you know what? He is immediately heading to the Stat Drop Club. 4 clearances, 2 blocks, 6 recoveries, 3 or 4 air duels, 101, 103 passes completed, 3 long balls, 1 key pass, 221 metres carrying distance, a clean sheet, and an 8.5 rating. Yeah, I was seriously impressed, and I thought, because it's his debut, I thought, yeah, I'll give him the Stat Drop Club, and he can buy a drink. He's over 18, so he's all good. He's all good in the UK, and it is Hull. Let's all bring it down. Let's take the music off. We're not facing Barcelona. We're not facing Inter Milan, but you can only judge what's in front of you. And I saw a calm, composed, progressive, mature performance, And I'm not going to pretend either that he's never handled a serious attacker, because he's already dealt with players like Mo Salah and Brahim Diaz on the big stages at the AFCON. And he did pretty well there. I'm not going to get carried away after one game. That would be absolutely ridiculous. But you can also, it's two things can be true here. You can not get carried away, but you can also be excited about the possibility of a proper defender on our hands, because he has all the signs there. And that pass, Chris, you're spot on. That was gorgeous. What a board. That was quarterback-esque. I loved it. Shame it didn't end with what we wanted.
A goal, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been lovely. It would have been lovely. And you know what, Berth, who was your third winner?
Andres Santos.
Ooh.
If I was on last week, I would have picked him for the Leeds game as well. But just really impressed with him recently. I think he moves the ball quick in midfield, reads the game really well. Again, another one that you wouldn't think. Oh, what's Andres Santos now? Is he 20 as well? 21?
Everyone's 21 in our team. I'll double check.
But he's
21, yeah.
Yeah, he plays older than he actually is. And I think the reason why we've been playing quicker football and been breaking quickly, and the tempo's been up, is because he's been in the team. And he's slowly becoming a very important player for us. And another one like Sarr, he's been at Strasbourg with Rossini, so he knows him well. That connection's there, and he's looking good, and he's maturing as a player. And he looked levels above against Hull. To be honest, he commanded that midfield, and it was just a really assured performance from him.
Mm-hmm. Chris, who was your final winner?
No, I've got two left.
Oh, sorry. Who was one of your final winners?
João Hato.
Yeah, it's a good shout. He played
totally
well,
justified. Yeah.
Yeah, another one. Again, wasn't overly tested defensively, but thought he helped the attack, took up good areas, good use of the ball, broke up a few counter-attacks before they got started. He's another one where I think he's really benefited from the managerial change. I think he's looked like a different player since that happened. And there was question marks over him, and rightly so, before that, as to whether he could be a good deputy for Cucurella. But I think he has shown since Rosinha come in that he can. Like we're hearing now about Cucurella possibly being out for 3 to 4 weeks. I'm not as worried about that now with Hato coming into the team as I would have been a few months ago if that had happened. So shows that he's really grown into that role, I think. And what I do like about him is he adds a bit of strength. Like I don't think he's as good in the attack as Cucurella is in terms of the areas he picks up and maybe making or scoring goals. But I do think he does make us slightly better defensively in terms of having that power and that pace and that strength and that height to deal with longer balls, diagonal balls, helps us on set pieces. So he's a different type of player to Cucurella, but I do think he helps us defensively.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, there's no disagreement there. You know what? We'll go back to myself as my final winner. I had Liam Delap, the creator. The creator. That's important here. You are a lucky, lucky boy, Liam. Your hold-up play earned you a hat trick of assists, and that is the only reason you're in the winners list before I cook you later. There's a reason. Though I have to praise what I saw. Assist one, it's strength. It's a bit of a shove, layoff. Neto scored from the corner. He doesn't assist it, but he's a nuisance. He's adding traffic to that goalkeeper, and he's putting him under pressure, and it, helped, scored 2-0 up. And then the touch and spin that left John Egan looking like he's playing Twister was just lovely. That's a veteran defender. He's played in the Premier League before, many, many appearances. He was sent for a hot dog. So did he mean the pass, though, for the third? Don't care. He probably didn't. He kept the ball alive. And then the last one, it's ball into feet, holds the man off. Neto buried it. Hat-trick for Neto, hat-trick of assists for Delap. And like I said, when we spoke about Palmer against Leeds, what I did, I'll praise what you did well. I'll also be fair about what you didn't do well, which I'll mention in losers. For the creating, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding as a creator.
I'll tell you why I didn't have Delap as a winner. Because Well, firstly, I think the first assist is literally a 5-yard pass that Neto then takes a touch and smashes in from 30 yards. So those sort of assists I hate anyway, not just for
Yeah.
Delap, for anybody. I personally don't think that should count as an assist because the pass had no bearing on the goal. For me, an assist has to make the goal, and that doesn't make the goal. It's a bit like that one where Busquets rolled it 3 yards to
Yeah.
Messi and he beat 4 players and scored, and Busquets got an assist. Why? He didn't do anything. So I don't really like that. I thought his assist for Neto's hat trick goal was excellent. That was Giroud-esque. The hold up play, the little layoff, the perfect weight and timing of it. That was really good. The reason why I didn't have him as a winner is because this is Hull City. He is a striker. He missed a ridiculously good chance, but aside from that, didn't look like scoring a goal. And that's the most worrying thing for me.
Mm.
He never ever in this game looked like he was going to score a goal. You know, even the chance that he had that he missed is because he closed down the keeper and the keeper hit it against him. And then, but in terms of him being on the end of a move from the team, he was never there, never in the place to score the goal. And maybe that's not what he's good at, but we didn't buy him as a hold-up striker. We bought him to score goals, and he didn't look like scoring goals, and that was the biggest concern for me. I can forgive the miss, to be honest. It's awful. It really is. It's fucking dreadful. I don't know what he's doing, but I can forgive that. But I can't forgive is a striker who doesn't look like he's going to score a goal against Hull.
I understand that. I understand that. Who was your final winner?
Jesse Derry.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Great
Played
show.
well. He played very well.
Yeah, not only for getting his debut, I mean, he's a winner for that, obviously, but also I actually thought he looked really good when he came on. I thought some lovely touches, carried the ball well, played a lovely forward pass for Achiampong, which was perfectly weighted. I thought that's really good. I think that was only like the second time he touched the ball as well. Some good link-up play. Thought he looked really good, actually. Really promising. When you consider the person who he replaced, by the way, who I will come on to later. He did more in his cameo appearance than that player did in the rest of the game.
A few episodes ago, when I mentioned how Garnacho acted, I cannot remember which game it was against. Was it the other Arsenal second leg? I can't remember, but it was when Garnacho put zero effort in, and I said about get Jesse Derry on because he would show more, and he literally showed us exactly my point. He was like,
just say,
I want to be here.
I'm still not convinced it's Sean Derry's son because
is it really? No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel old. Is that really Sean Derry's son?
Sean Derry's son, yeah.
His middle name is Sean. Of course it is. Why not? Fuck. Wow, that's mad. It's Sean Derry's son. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, learn something new every day. This is why we need Bergv on the show more. I learn more. I learn more. And we move straight to losers. And my first loser is... because we had two absolute classics. I've put them together. First, we've talked about the Saab pinging an outrageous quarterback ball. Esteval goes around the keeper, and you know what's happening. It's going in the back of the net. It's going in the and then Liam Delap, he's being a nuisance. He's pressing the goalkeeper. He's got it. It's going in. It rebounds. It hits the bar. It hits the post. But he's celebrating. Arm in the air. He's loving life. The ball's still in play. And then he's got it. Can he square it? No. He taps it, heads it, falls on it. I don't know. Do anything. No. He fucked it up, and we lost it. I could have cried. That second one, I could have cried so much. Like, it's the celebration. I'm like, why are you doing? Oh.
Yeah, to be fair, him coming out afterwards, by the way, saying, "Oh well, I was convinced it went in."
It doesn't matter.
Care.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care what you're convinced about. I don't care if it's hit the back of the net and rolled back out. Unless the referees blew the whistles, put it back in the net.
I can't believe he did it. I just it sounds harsh, but it's not. It's the celebrating. Like, unless the ball ruffles the net, don't celebrate because you just don't know. You don't know. Oh man, man, I just have nothing to say. Berth, who was your first loser?
Liam Delap.
He's on mine. In brackets, the goal
Yeah,
scorer.
I don't think he actually played that badly, but you could just tell he's desperate for a goal. Should have had one, messed it up, not going for him at the minute. And like Chris said, to be fair, he doesn't actually look like scoring at the moment. Like I know there was one which he made where he pressed the keeper, but actual like chances that we create from a team, you just don't see him anywhere, and that's a concern as a striker. You look at Yao Pedro at the minute, and if he was to pick at the start of the season which one you'd think wouldn't get the chances, it'd be Yao Pedro. But now Yao Pedro, you think he'll get a chance every game to score.
Yeah.
But Delap at the minute, he just, for all this good that he does with the hold-up play, and he did do well against Hull, don't get me wrong, you just don't see when he's next going to score. And it's just a real concern at the moment. So, yeah, it was a good game, but where's the goal coming from?
You know why he was a loser for me? Because I've said this earlier. It's promised. It was precision criticism from me here because he's a winner as a creator, but as a striker whose job is to, score goals, I need more. You cannot celebrate before the ball is definitely not in the net. You just can't. You have to follow it in. You have to be ruthless. I don't care if it's a stat pad. Or you look a bit stupid hitting it, volleying it harder in the net. You just got to do it. You've got to do it. And maybe he becomes more of a Giroud profile. Maybe he facilitates and links and he just makes others better. Yeah, I'd accept that. But right now, I want my number 9 to score goals and finish goals. And we need an improvement. We really do, because he picked that number 9 shirt because he didn't believe in the curse. He wanted to be, I'm going to score goals here. That's lovely. Can you show it, please?
Yeah. Do you know, the only thing is as well, like, there could be a case for if he does take the Giroud type profile, then maybe that will be good. However, I only think Giroud got away with it because we had Hazard.
Yeah.
I think if you take Hazard out of that team, Giroud comes in for a lot more criticism for not scoring goals.
Possible. It is, especially in the modern day, because people see a striker as a goal scorer. They don't see them as
it's the same
creator.
It's the same at Liverpool, isn't it? Like, you look at Roberto Firmino, gets loads of praise in that Liverpool team, but if you take Salah out of that Liverpool team, everyone would have been criticising Firmino for only scoring 8 goals a year. So, yeah, and the problem that Delap's got is we haven't got Hazard in this team anymore. So he could play like Giroud all he likes, but Pedro Neto isn't going to get you 15 Premier League goals. Neither is Garnacho. You'll be lucky if he gets you 5. So, he hasn't got those players. Maybe Palmer and Esteval potentially, but none of our players at the minute are on Hazard's level. So that's why I don't think it would help Delap if he becomes a Giroud type. He's got to score some goals himself.
Yeah. Was he a loser for you?
No.
Wow. So it's just Berth and I being really miserable and harsh on him.
Yeah, well, I didn't have him as a winner because
I see. Yeah,
he didn't do what he was paid to do, and I didn't have him as a loser because he still impacted the game. I thought his good and bad sort of equaled themselves out.
No, I find that fair. Who was your first of 2 losers?
Garnacho, fucking hell.
Yeah, he was on mine.
What is the point of Garnacho? What is actually the point of him? Because I literally cannot see a single thing he does well, except for dye his hair. I can't see a single thing he does well.
He keeps hairdressers, barbers, and tattoo artists in business in the local London area. That's quite.
They must love him because football fans hate him, and you can see why. Was given his opportunity, and honestly, probably the worst player on the pitch. That includes the entire Hull team, and that's bad. Imagine being a £65 million player and you're the worst player on the pitch against Hull.
He did do a lot.
I don't think he did anything. I honestly can't remember a single positive interaction he had in the game. He had the chance early on where he forced an okay save from the keeper, and then I honestly don't remember him touching the ball again.
It says here, according to the stats about Garnacho from this game, it says Aliano Garnacho completed the most dribbles, 6 in the game.
Oh, great!
There you go.
Sideways, probably.
Berth, I think you had him as a loser by the way you reacted.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he was on mine. I don't know why on Twitter people going mad because he did a turn in the 93rd minute that set us on our way. He did a really good like Cruyff turn, and then what people don't remember is that he almost fucked up the pass, which was only about a 5-yard pass. And it's just like, is that the level we're at now with him? Like
They did that. They did that a
he's
few
not
weeks
affecting a
ago as
game.
well. When he had one good touch, everyone went mad over it.
That's what I mean. Like he's not affecting any games, whether it's Charlton, whether it's Arsenal. Well, fair enough, he scored 2 against Arsenal, but the away leg against Arsenal was awful. He's just not doing any. He's getting pushed off the ball. He doesn't look quick. He looks bereft of any confidence. His passing's all over the place. It's just he looks like he don't want to be there. It's hard to see how he's going to turn this around at the moment, to be honest with you, because he looks really, really, really low at the minute and really struggling. You always feel bad for him. He's that poor at the minute. Look, it's only £30 million they pay for him in this day and age is quite low, but so it's not a massive hit, but he looks really, really bad at the minute. And against Hull, he's just nowhere to be seen other than that one turn. So,
Chris, who was your second and final loser for yourself?
Like I said, I did struggle with losers here, and this is even I think this might be a bit harsh.
I think I know you're going to say
I've got Reece James.
Okay, no, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I thought first half he was really poor. Gave the ball away a lot. Didn't defend brilliantly either. Missed a few tackles, and I thought he just looked miles off it. I mean, he nearly gave a goal away by doing something stupid inside the penalty area. And I just thought he looks miles off it at the minute. He got better as the game went on, but still nowhere near Reece James level. I would expect him to almost be running a game against Hull. And he looked very laboured, very lethargic, didn't look fit, to be honest. Like maybe even mentally. Like it just seemed very slow to everything. Like that decision where he's trying to shepherd the ball out and the other player just comes on the side of him and nicks it. You think, fucking hell, Reece, wake up. You know what I mean? Just a very sort of sleepy performance from him. So really, I was struggling to find anyone else, so I just put him in there for that.
Okay. My final loser was Spurs, because I honestly think Hull played at times some decent stuff, and if they don't go up, Spurs might have a serious problem waiting for them in the Championship. Yeah, could be one of them. Berth, who is your final loser? I'm curious, who did you think Chris was going to say? Berth has muted his mic and not unmuted it.
He's
No, Berth is there.
He's not. He's gone.
He's definitely there.
That's really annoying. I've been speaking for ages then. That's
Wow.
really annoying.
Listeners, this is live. Go on.
Well,
you heard the question.
So,
Please
anyway,
go ahead.
Yes, I did, yes. I answered the question as well. So I'd say, I thought Chris was going to say Esteval. No, he weren't on my losers list, but I don't think he actually had the best of games.
I don't think he had the best of games either.
He obviously missed that chance. He did score, but I thought maybe Chris would have put him in there. But yeah, I just thought maybe Esteval. But my last loser is the FA Cup schedule.
Oh, okay.
Chelsea versus Hull should not be played on a Friday night.
Especially after midweek Premier League games.
It's
correct.
It's miles away. It's miles away. Friday afternoon traffic, ridiculous. And I just think it's all over the place, and it doesn't suit any of the lower teams. Now, Hull's obviously in the Championship, but he got Grimsby Wolves today. I just think the scheduling needs to be better. I think it's very, very strange. Arsenal Wigan is like the last kick-off today. Got Macclesfield Brentford tomorrow. It's just strange. I don't see the logic of how they schedule it. So I just think this sort of thing is always manufactured for TV and not for the clubs who it should be manufactured for.
I fully back that, because Friday, I don't think any FA Cup should be on a Friday, because of the fact that most people work. Most people are doing a 9 to 5 sort of shift. And to get there was 2 games on.
you had Hull, Chelsea, and you had Wrexham, Ipswich. Now, that's about a 4-hour trip in the car to get from Ipswich to Wrexham. So you're probably having half a day there. With Hull, I actually will check right now because I actually don't know the exact distance, but it's not going to be quick, is it? It is a 4-hour trip as well. There you go.
Even worse by
See
public
what I mean?
transport.
But on a Friday. Yeah, on a Friday. That's absolute madness. You do better. This is, then again, the FA, the Premier League. This is the same team, P2 bodies, that also thought that Chelsea Wolves on Christmas Eve was a bloody smart idea when most public transport shuts down early because it's Christmas Eve.
Well,
They don't give a fuck. They do
don't
not
care.
give a fuck about
It's mad.
fans. They care about TV. They care about making money. They don't give a fuck about the match-going fans, and that's a real shame. And that's why they're ruining football.
Yeah, that's very fair. Emojis. I went with thumbs up because we won. We didn't suck, and now we're on to Burnley.
Yeah. What one should I go for?
I'm going to go for the green tick. Job done in the next
Lovely.
round. Let's move on.
Yeah, moving on.
I still don't know. I'll go for the. I'll go for the salute emoji.
Oh,
just well done.
Okay.
Here's a salute.
Like it.
Nice.
Through to the next round.
Love it. Right, Lion of the Week. Let's see what we had. I had.
What were mine and Ollie's?
You guys. Yeah. The wheel went Reece James. Chris went Delap, and I went Esteval. I think Chris has won that. I think Chris wins that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, give it Delap. Give it Delap.
Man of the match will be Pedro.
Yeah.
Naturally, Pedro Neto. I'm really impressed by that. I've lost my streak. I'm more than happy. Oh no, I lost it when Ollie took over, didn't I? Yeah.
Who's Ollie?
He's
an occasional guest we have on.
He's an occasional guest. He's lovely. He's a great guy. Great guy. No match preview today because we play Burnley on Sunday, so there's no midweek game. So yeah. So funnily enough, Ollie has an idea that he put into our chat that we will be doing at the end of the week if he even appears on his own episode that he brainstormed. We don't know. It's not confirmed yet. So I'll go to Quaresma's questions because I've got two from the good old. What was I thinking? The good old Shevva Shoutouts. So I've got Trent, who from the Shevva Shoutouts went, Dear Lions, would a loan make sense for Joshua Champong next year? As you inferred in this pod, obviously the last episode, his mistake in the Leeds game shows that he's not ready. Keep up the great pods, Trent from New York. Well, what do we think about his Joshua Champong on loan to someone?
Yeah, I feel someone like Palace or Everton.
I was thinking that. And
would be perfect for him. Or Fulham, someone like that.
Do Palace and then recall him in January just to piss them off again like we did with Chalobah.
Yeah.
What a way.
What do you think he needs a loan. I don't see him getting any better playing the occasional game for us in the cup. And it's not like he's going to be learning loads from the players around him either, because it's, we don't have a Thiago Silva there anymore who's going to be teaching him loads on the training pitch. They're all learning at the same time because they're all around about the same age. So, it's not like he's gaining any value from that. I just think he needs to play, and he needs to play regularly. But it needs to be someone in the Premier League who isn't fighting relegation.
Yeah. He's obviously under Rosenio. He's had five games that he's played in. He played the full 90 against Charlton in the previous round of the FA Cup. He had 53 minutes against Arsenal first leg, 3 minutes in the second leg of Arsenal, so we won't include that. 15 minutes against Wolves, 79 minutes against Leeds, and obviously 29 against Hull. Yeah, you need more minutes at that age. You really, really do. Next question, Peter. I kept this one back as well from Peter because just so it couldn't influence the episode, because this is what he said. To Hull and back. Can't wait for the next episode, fellas. Can we run a sweepstake for what minute Chris said, for fuck's sake, it was only Hull when assessing Neto and Delap's performance? Well, I don't know. You're going to have to let us know, Liz, because I don't know if he even did. I
think he did mention it. I do. It took a while, though. It did take a while.
And it is very, and it's still valid.
It's,
It is valid. It is
we're not
definitely
disagreeing with that. Brent, we'll round it off with Brent, who said, question for the Monday show. Well, sorry, moving on, because not Monday show. No, we will. We'll include it. We'll include it. How many yellows has Chelsea received since Rosinho took over compared to the same number of games before he took over? It looks to me like he's done a nice job on the discipline side of things. Now, I went through the numbers.
I don't really
Under
notice
Rosinho.
that, but I think he's right.
Well, yeah. High register. Yeah, he's kind of right. We've collected 26 yellow cards in 11 games, which works out at an average of 2.3 per game. For context, under the whole of their reign, Pochettino was 2.8 per game. Maresca was 2.6. So, yes, we are behaving better. Just there, just barely. I don't know about the previous. What would it be? The previous 11. That's a real tough one. I mean, do you feel we're more disciplined?
It seems like it, but judging by those numbers, we're about the same. But it does seem like we kind of are keeping our heads a bit more. I think when we're getting yellows now, they're actually for just professional fouls instead of.
That's what I was about to say. We might not be getting less yellow cards, but we're getting them for the right reason now, rather than just stupid stuff, arguing with the referee, kicking the ball away. Petty stuff that is what was annoying before. I think now it's mistimed tackles, it's professional fouls where you're taking the yellow card to stop a counter attack. It's stuff that people don't mind, so that's probably why we haven't noticed as much.
I think as well, the biggest moment under Senyor's discipline was the West Ham fight.
Yeah.
And no one got sent off from us.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know. It's a hypothetical. We have no idea. You would not feel incorrect to assume that under Maresca, we might have had a red card in that because someone would have completely lost it and thrown a punt. I wouldn't be shocked because Rosenio doesn't come across as a man who's, puts that. You can have that mentality of fighting for your team, fighting for your manager, but in a controlled way.
Yeah.
That's because I look at Conte. You'd fight for him, but you never really saw players, not that from my memory, get always sent off for him. Whilst Maresca, it seemed to cause a bit of a, I'm going to have you, I'm going to go for it. And I don't think you're going to get that with him, which is a good thing because the more players you got on the pitch, the more chance you have of winning.
Mourinho's teams have always been the same, haven't they? Like, very aggressive and very willing to have a fight and a scrap, but never stupid enough to get themselves sent off. Like, Mourinho's teams don't really get red cards, and yet he does fire teams up and he does play in a way where you would expect them to get more cards, but they just don't because they're clever with it. To be fair, Pep at Man City's the same. Man City are the same. That they do loads of stuff that should get them cards and don't.
I don't know what the actual minutes per game, cards per game it is for Conte, because I just don't have that stat in front of me. So if someone wants to let me know, that'd be great. I could be very wrong, and he could be on like 5 yellow cards a game. Don't know, but for my point, it still stands. Right, we'll finish with.
You a fan? Oh, I'm partial. No, I just meant you're a fan of the flag. Oh, sorry.
Steve Sidwell stamp collection, because we have 2 Lions on the show. Still 2 Lions on the show. And good, because we've got a quiz coming up soon when we get a break of midweek games. Won't be this week. We're hoping Ollie turns up. But the theme today is on the move in January, because every player today made a move to a new club this January. You might not even remember. I mean, you should remember all 3 of these players that made a move. You never know. You never know. I'll go to you, Chris. I've got Tammy Abraham. He's had 7 clubs. 7 clubs in his career.
Ooh. 6.
6. Okay, 6. Bergv, do you think you can do all 7?
Yeah, I reckon I can do all 7.
I thought you could.
I just thought of the 7.
I can.
Oh, Bergv, give me 7 clubs, please.
Right. So Chelsea.
Yes.
Villa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roma.
3.
AC Milan.
4.
Yeah.
Besiktas.
5.
No, he's at Swansea City.
6.
And the other one that I reckon Chris forgot was Bristol City.
Spot
was actually
all 7.
Besiktas that I couldn't remember. I knew it was Turkish. I couldn't remember
Wow.
what Turkish club it was, and then it clicked about 10 seconds after I said 6.
Fair play. We go to Bergv now because we've got Adama Traore. 7
Adama Traore.
clubs. 7 clubs.
Ooh. 6.
6. Okay. Chris, can you trump him with 7?
Can I ask a question?
No, I know exactly what I'm going to ask.
The answer is yes. Yes,
Then
can.
yes,
It's
then
in
yes,
there.
I can do 7 then.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Okay. Go on then.
Chris is going to be on a
Barcelona
technicality.
B.
Correct.
Yeah, you fucking knob.
63 games he played.
Bloody hell.
So
Then
many
Barcelona.
games. Yes, 1 appearance, and then when he went on loan, 11.
Villa.
Yeah. 11 appearances, yeah.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Fulham.
Yeah.
He's at West Ham now.
He is.
And was he at Middlesbrough?
Correct. You know, apart from Fulham, which is 5 appearances more, the most he's played for is the Barca B team.
Wow.
I always imagine remember, if he'd have gone to City when he was at Wolves, he might have actually been all right.
Pace matcher, mate.
You don't think?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Berth, I'll give you the final team. You could win it with a good bet here. Fraser Forster, 8 clubs.
Fraser Forster.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Hell. That is a tough one.
It's a tough one because I don't know who he joined.
Yeah.
I only saw it when I was doing this game, and I was like, "Oh, he's there." Okay.
How many clubs is it out of? Sorry,
I want to go for.
He's got 8 clubs.
Okay, no.
Give you a bonus point if you can even tell me the club that Asmir Begovic joined this January. No, not January, in the summer. Didn't know he was there either. I was like, the fuck?
Didn't
He
even know he still played. So,
I'm going to go with 7.
7 clubs. Can you name 8 clubs,
no,
Chris?
No, I can't. I couldn't even name. I couldn't
think
even name
that's
7.
tough.
So,
Oh, wow. Berth to win.
So I think he's gone to Bournemouth now.
That is where he is at. Yes, 100%. Yeah. Good shout.
Spurs.
Sported Lisbon. No. Yeah, Spurs 2.
Southampton.
3.
Celtic.
4. A lot of loans to Celtic, I must say.
Was he at Newcastle?
He was to start his career. That's 5.
Norwich.
That's 6.
And I think Bristol Rovers.
The other Bristol, 100%. That's 7. Could you have named the 8th club? He was there for a long time. 8 years.
I think. Is it Stockport?
Yeah, he went on there alone. Yes, Stockport County. Well, he weren't there a long time alone. For some reason, I forgot you said Southampton. I don't know why I forgot. You said that. Yes, Stockport County. He was there for 2008. And the club, if you want to know where Begovic is playing, he's at Leicester City.
Wow.
Is he?
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't know until someone pointed out the game against it was yesterday when Leicester went out the cup. No, when Leicester went out the bloody cup. When Leicester, they did. They lost Southampton, didn't they? And he started in goal, and I was just like, "What?"
Here's a question.
No, he didn't. No, he was on the bench. Sorry, you can tell I didn't watch the game. Yeah, he was on the bench. I had to double check then, going, "Oh yeah."
Here's a question that's kind of related to this game. For someone to be considered as to have played for a club, do they have to have made an appearance for you? I've seen this debate earlier saying, did Patrick Bamford ever play for Chelsea? Would you, if someone said to you, did Patrick Bamford play for Chelsea? What would you say?
I'd say yes, he did, because he definitely wore the kit.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I've seen him in the kit.
If someone is at a club but they never play, can you say they've played for them?
He's been contracted.
It's a good point.
I'll have to do that. Contracted to the club. If you're contracted, you've been on their books.
I'm just thinking because you get it a lot with goalkeepers, don't you? Like third choice keepers will go to a club, never make an appearance, and then leave, and then people will go, "Oh, he's been at like so many top clubs," and you think, "Well, yeah, but
it's better than he
only
played for
training."
City,
I don't think Bettinelli played. Oh, yeah, he did. He did. He played in the FA Cup, didn't he?
Did he?
Yes, I think he played for us in the FA Cup. I don't think he played at all other than that. And I don't think he's played for City.
He won't play for City at all.
Yeah. Well, it's the easiest
And
job
yet,
in the game.
people will
isn't it?
go, he played for Man City. No, he didn't. He trained with Man City.
Well, for Chelsea, he is actually officially a Club World Cup winner. So
What a player.
he's got the medal. He don't care. Oh, listeners, we are at the end of another episode. Thank you for tuning in. And before we go, don't forget, proudly partner with Head in the Game, the mental health charities in football, sport wellbeing and community. You can find out more at headinthegame.co.uk. Treat yourself well. We're back Thursday. We've got something new from the mind of Ollie. Whether he's even on the show, don't know. But we hope he is, because it's his idea. So until next time, that'll be us signing off. You've been listening to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At the Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.